Hey, this is Troy Erickson from the Email Secrets Inner Circle, and today I am back with another student interview from Johanna Sanchez, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey with copywriting, where she was a little while ago, and where she's at today. So, Johanna, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome. So, you live in New Jersey, and somehow you got into this crazy world of copywriting. Can you talk a little bit about how that happened?
Yeah, I started freelancing a couple years ago when I was a social worker. I worked for child protection here in New Jersey, and I got into freelancing because I was pregnant and I did not want to continue to work 60 hours a week. Freelancing started out with like personal assistant stuff, scheduling, writing other people's content, and kind of gravitated over towards writing content more than doing other stuff. And then found out that it was actually more fun and did more research on it and read books and took courses. And oh my goodness, I think it'll be 2 years ago now that I went straight to copywriting and I found Mary Bell. The two of us were, she created like this accountability group. We got into it. And then she was like, oh, hey, you might want to check out this guy's Facebook group. He's got a really cool offer and you can jump in now when the price is still low. And I'm like, let me see what this is about. And it was your group. So I jumped in, I joined right away and just started diving into, I guess you had like a year and a half backlog of all these trainings. And like we would jump through and be like, hey, you have to check out this training, or you have to check out this training, or go do this one. And then just started really building on email instead of like all of the things, because I didn't like all of the things. I don't really like doing Facebook ads. I don't really like doing social media content. I enjoy the process of a story and an email and things of that nature. So yeah, that's just kind of how that kind of snowballed that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's proof that like when you start out, you don't need to know exactly what it is that you want to do. Because like for me, I just started out on Upwork and I like kind of wanted to do Facebook ads. And then I got a client and I started doing a bit of everything. And I did that with a couple of clients before I really got into email copy. So what was it about writing emails that really appealed to you? Was it just that they're short, like bite-sized chunks that you can write? Was it more fun?
Geez, I think having the ability to relate to somebody within a short time frame, whether it's weekly or a couple times a week or daily, and seeing that automatic response of the open and the click, I think that's what gets me excited is, oh, look, another click. Oh, look, another open. And that just keeps me wanting to write more, knowing that, hey, I'm really connecting with these people on these certain things, or, the research behind it, just to make it more personal, I think is why I like the email better, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you it's still a lot of fun to just like open up an email that I just wrote and watch the stats go
Yeah.
up. But more importantly, one of the things I was able to do for clients early on that really helped them is like turn all these like emails that they had that really didn't make a lot of sense into really cool stories that made a lot of sales.
Mhm.
So obviously, since you've shared with us that you've had a big win that you can reveal here in just a moment, what are some big client wins that you've had, and who are some of the people you've worked with, and some of the things you've been able to achieve for them?
So my clients have really been more in the coaching arena. I keep trying to branch away from that, but I keep getting sucked back in. So that's kind of like where I'm stuck for now, I guess. And my one client, I've been with her about a year. She started with, I think we had 1,000 people on her email list, and she's just at about 3,000. So she's gone up 2,000 in the last year, straight from TikTok. And she had done these mini challenges every single month, and we were promoting them every month. And then she decided to do a live event. And within that live event, we were able to have her in a weekend make $12,000. And then past January, she hit $29,000. And she was so excited. I'm like, you're $1,000 shy. Like, what? We can't hit the 30. So just that. And then I have a couple more clients who are actually putting sales pages up. I do sales pages and emails together, and one of them is putting them up this month. She has had 500 people go through a survey and zero clicks, zero sales, zero anything. So I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with that. I mean, even if I get one, I win.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's really cool to see like And you're right, like you don't choose your niche chooses you. And then you can like grow with people, and it's really cool to see that. So I'm really excited to hear about what you do for this next upcoming client. And maybe for some of the people who are starting out and listening to this, what are some of the first steps you do when you get a new client or when you're writing some new copy?
My absolute first step is having, like, I block out 2 hours for a call and we talk for 2 hours. I want to know everything about their life, everything about where they are, where they were when they started, and then where they were, where their clients are currently. And then, of course, their offer and things of that nature, and where they want to go from there, and what kind of offers they want to build in the future. Like, I don't want to just know today and what I'm working on. I want to know where you want to be in 5 years, so that way we can garner this particular offer to match that 5-year offer eventually. So that's step number one. Every single time, I always sit down and have a good conversation with them, do a little social work on them, make them cry sometimes. And then I just start the research, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm actually happy you brought up the phrase doing some social work on them, because a lot of people who get into freelancing, they think that their previous career, like whatever they were doing before, is like completely wasted and they lost a lot of time. But for me, it's like all of our experiences really help us get into copywriting and email and whatever it is that we're doing. So that's a really good point that you bring up. Now, with that being said, when you left social work and maybe you didn't have a lot of time and you have, children to take care of now, how are you doing financially when you first started copywriting compared to how you're doing right now?
So my very first year in 2020, I made $5,000 in all of 2020. And then December of 2021, I made $10,000 in just December of 2021. So I think I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. So in literally, you took your 1 year income and you doubled that in literally just 1 month. So that is really amazing to hear, going from $5,000 a year to $10,000 a month. So congratulations on that. If you have one tip to tell somebody who's listening to this, who is like, gosh, I wish I could make $10,000 a month, what would that tip be?
You have to invest in yourself. You have to always be learning and invest in yourself, and just trust the process. If you don't do the work, nothing's going to happen. You can't just sit there and hope and wait. You have to actually physically implement and do things and work on yourself and work on your business.
That's right. And obviously you seem like a very busy mom, but at the same time, Mary came to you and she was like, you know what, you should check out this group. And from what you said today, it sounds like you dove right in, you went through all the trainings and implemented. So sometimes it's as simple as just grabbing the bull by the horns and going along for the email copywriting ride. So I appreciate that. Now, if somebody is looking to hire you, Johanna, where can they find you?
Instagram or Facebook. I am not tech savvy. Therefore, there is a website somewhere in no man's land. It's been locked up by GoDaddy, I think. So yeah, just Instagram or Facebook. It's Johanna Catherine.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. And if anybody else is looking to be part of the same program that Johanna is in, it's called the Email Secrets Inner Circle, where we teach copywriters how to become email list managers, get their clients results, and make more money from that. We've got all kinds of trainings and even more wins from people just like Johanna, and you can join at emailsecretsinnercircle.com. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Johanna, for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.